Hello and welcome to our bite-sized communication security overview, brought to you by Alcumus. So what is communication security? Simply put, when we are communicating, we are transferring information. There are several ways in which we can do this: verbally, electronically, or over the phone, through collaboration tools and systems, post, website, or even carrier pigeon. This standard for transmission of AP datagrams on avian carriers explains that avian carriers can provide high delay, low throughput, and low altitude services. The connection topology is limited to a single point-to-point path for each carrier, used with standard carriers, but many carriers can be used without significant interference with each other outside of early spring. However, it is important to note that several potential risks with using carrier pigeons have been identified, and reference to the context in which they present. The important bit is to identify which communication methods we have or could possibly have access to, and determine what the risks might be of having those methods compromised. So what could go wrong? Interception. These can be malicious or non-malicious. Failed delivery, which can involve the wrong recipient, endpoint verification and firewalls. Integrity. Things such as compatibility or patching. Being overheard, whether this is intentional or not, or someone could be purposely eavesdropping. Deletion or destruction, which can be a total loss of data. Verification and authentication, which basically asks, how do you know who you're talking to? The National Cybersecurity Center details 7 principles of good communication security. These are: protect data in transit, protect network nodes with access to sensitive data, protect user access to the service, a secure audit of communications, protected and restricted administration and management of users' accounts, use only necessary metadata, and supply chain assessment for trust and resilience. Let's explore what we can do to employ some of these principles. First, protect data in transit. The encryption of data, authentication, verification of email addresses, infrastructure, such as the appropriate switches, recorded delivery, trusted couriers, physical transportation, such as vehicular transportation procedures, for example. Protect network nodes with access to sensitive data. Secure protocols. This could include an SFTP for secure communication over a network. Firewalls and configuration. Infrastructure such as DMZ, dematerialized zone. Hybrid networks, which uses one or more type of connecting technology. Or topology or screen subnet, which is a network architecture that uses a single firewall with 3 network interfaces. Cryptography and key management. Things to consider here are the levels of encryption and where the keys are stored. Who has access to them, for example? Protect user access to the service. Access controls such as user or leaver, registration or deregistration, 2FA or multi-FA, which is an authentication method in which a computer user is granted access only after successfully presenting 2 or more pieces of evidence in an authentication mechanism. And then there's a review of access of rights, logins and passwords. Segregation networks, which can boost performance as well as security. Controlled applications, which can include company-approved messaging services, portals, and device configuration. And physical access controls. Secure audit of communications. Regulatory audits, which include both consensual and compulsory audits, i.e. Information Commissioner's Office. Cyber Essentials Plus, which is UK government backed and helps to guard you against the most common cyber threats and demonstrate your commitment to cyber security. Independent audit, a UCAS accredited certification audit to ISO 27001, the globally recognised standard on information security management and others. Alcumus can help you with these. Third-party audits. These can include ethical hackers who can professionally try and hack into your system and present to you areas to improve on. Protected and restricted administration and management of user accounts. Limited persons with admin rights. You can base this on the need-to-know principle. Logging, where you maintain logs of access or attempts to access. Permissions such as group permissions, role permissions, and change and review. Use only necessary metadata. Metadata is a set of data that describes and gives information about other data. The information included in these can include paper, catalogue cards, summary, and table of contents. Electronic documents, authors, dates, file names, blogs and websites, tags, publication, data and times, and email, format, sending and receiving server names and IPs. The final principle is supply chain assessment. These can include aspects such as third party like software providers, developers, and IT support providers. It is important that you have visibility of the full supply chain. Review contractual arrangements such as service level agreements, clear responsibility, intellectual property, environments, and reporting mechanisms. Disclosure and confidentiality, NDAs, which are non-disclosure agreements, contracts, and business continuity plans. ISO 22301, which is an internationally recognized standard for business continuity, can provide a framework for this. If you would like more information, please get in touch with Alcumus Issaquah. Remember, it's important to consider all forms of communication, so thinking about the physical environment can be very important. Things to consider could include the positioning of equipment and visibility of the screens and any information to the outside world. Could someone externally see this information and read it? External contractors such as cleaners and aircon engineers have physical access to high-risk environments and often unaccompanied and out of hours. Enforcing clear screens and desk policies, NDAs, SLAs, and other methods may provide some communication protections amongst others. So to summarise, you now should have an understanding of how effective communication security can help your organisation, and have an awareness of the basic principles to help guide you. For more comprehensive and detailed advice and guidance, Alcumus are here to help with software, certification and training, which will aid you in creating and implementing robust information security management. Why not check out our other free bite-sized courses covering business continuity and risk management to discover more about how to adequately protect your business. These and more on information security can be found on the Alcumus website. Visit www.alcumusgroup.com to see how we can help. I'd like to thank you and hope you've enjoyed this, and we look forward to speaking to you soon.